Orgasmic enlightenment, where the sexual and spiritual come together. I'm Kim Anami, and I'm a holistic sex and relationship coach and a vaginal weightlifter. In this show, we explore all things intimate. I believe that our sexual energy is life force, creative energy, and we can use it to shape our worlds, strengthen our relationships, and self-actualize. I blend the most avant-garde information from neuroscience, ancient sexual practices like Tantra and Taoism, to renegade wellness modalities to show you how to create gourmet sex in your lives. Come one, come all.
Fuck the pain away. Yes, you can. Sex is alchemy. It is transformation. It is taking your base parts and fusing them into gold. At least conscious sex is these things. In Anami Land, we are aiming for the conscious use and channeling of our sexual energy. And by the way, if you hear any loud crashing sounds, I am steps away from the ocean and there is swell, so you might be hearing some slamming ocean waves here and there. All of the things that I talk about and what our well-fucked all-stars attest to, from recharging decades-old relationships to losing tens of pounds of body weight, aka baggage, to finding their true paths and vocations in life, to raking in boatloads of cash, all are the result of learning how to tap into and consciously use the manifesting power of your sexual life force energy. Contrast this to most people who simply eject this energy out into a wad of toilet paper, or they use sex as a way to escape and literally and figuratively put themselves to sleep. You either use sex to make you more conscious and awake, or less conscious and to check out. So yes, you could use sex to try and bury your pain in an unconscious way, to run and hide from it and ignore it, or you could use sex to help you move through challenges and emotional and physical pain by facing it head on. Years ago, during what I would say was the most painful breakup I ever had, I felt stuck, paralyzed. Not only was I full of grief, but I was also in shock. My body, my system, my being could not comprehend what had just happened. All of that stuck energy translated into literal weight that my body magically took on. And I say magically because I didn't eat more or exercise less. This weight was simply all of my unmetabolized emotions that were frozen in time. So what did I do to get out of it? Well, I turned to the greatest catalyst I know, sexual energy. I came up with a daily regimen where I would meditate, as I do anyway. I've had a daily meditation practice for 30 years, but this was in addition to that. And then I would go fuck myself. And then I tasked myself to create something. I was in the middle of a big writing project, and so after the meditation and the cervical orgasms, I would drop myself off to a coffee shop and I would sit down and get to it. And thus, meditate, masturbate, create was born. I was diligent. I committed to practicing every day. I was dosing myself with my own medicine. And it worked. It took a few weeks of applying myself to the task at hand for the energy to start to shift. The sense of being paralyzed lessened. I softened. I could breathe. And I started to feel like myself again. And the pounds on my body began to dissolve. Again, I was not eating less or exercising more to lose it. I was facing my metaphorical baggage and alchemizing it. As I began to metabolize and digest it, my body transformed. I found new levels of depth and inspiration in my writing. I trusted the process that I could metamorphose all of this stuckness through sexual alchemy, the creative power and life force energy of the universe. You can do this as a single, independent of any sexual partner, by harnessing your own sexual energy as I did. And of course, you can do it with a willing and enthusiastic partner where you amplify this power tenfold. Because, sexually speaking, 1 + 1 = 10,000. This is where you enter into the realm of the Anami superpower couple. When you are both consciously using this procreative power, you have harnessed the secrets of the universe. You have tapped into the sacred act of creation itself, and the world is your orgasm. You can alchemize trauma, pain, old habits and patterns, unconscious grooves, the weight of unresolved issues in your lives. All of this is up for grabs. Your sexual energy is the biggest healing and rejuvenating tool you have. But let's be very clear. Jerking off to porn is not the way to access this power. It's the way to drain it. Busting one out for stress relief is not going to get you there. Having 3 minutes of tick the box, we're a couple, so I guess we need to have some sex at the end of the night, is not going to bring it. You will harness this power through clear and conscious intention, infused with an open heart and genitals and deep, deep surrender. That is the path. If you are blocked and closed and trying to come as fast as you can to obliterate rather than open your mind, you will bypass all of this power. It will literally slip through your fingertips. Don't fight it, feel it. In the words of an old Primal Scream song, the way to catalyze these experiences is to go deeply into them. For women, the pathway to their life-changing vaginal orgasms, G-spot, squirting, and especially cervical is the fullest, most unequivocal surrender. If you have emotions you are holding back and afraid to go into, you won't get there. That's why I always say that women's vaginal orgasms are one of their most powerful personal growth tools, if they have the courage to open up into them. When you have a bigger emotional load and a dam that needs breaking, who you gonna call? Your cervix, the alchemist of your vagina. When that giant chasm opens up, demanding that you feel every ounce of your grief and pain and chaos and uncertainty, you step in. Don't fight it, feel it. In that instant, it swallows you whole, and those feelings flood every cell of your body, and you let them. You might feel like you are drowning and spinning in a washing machine of a huge wave under the surface, not even sure which way is up. If you are a surfer, you will appreciate that description. But the answer when that thing happens to you is that you relax and you stop fighting, and you eventually float up to the surface. The foam and the whitewash clear, and you can see the light of the sky above you, and you emerge reborn. For men, the equivalent comes in building stamina. You will not change your life in 3 minutes, but you might in 30 or 45. The longer you go, you open on deeper levels, and you let whatever is brewing within you rise to the surface to be released and alchemized. Premature ejaculation and shorter sex sessions are nothing more than an avoidance of intimacy and of your deepest self, of the feelings that are buried beneath the surface. And so, beneath the surface, we must go. And you only do that by allowing the time for these things to unfold. This is why the Anami 3-hour weekly sex date is a staple in my work, so that you have the time and space for these things to rise to the surface and you can fuck your way through them. Years, decades, lifetimes of baggage can be alchemized in your bed and through your deeper orgasms. Science says your biology wants you to fuck your pain away too. Truly. When you have period sex, the prostaglandins that cause your cramps are negated by the oxytocin released at orgasm. So when you're feeling crampy, have an orgasm. It will wash the pain away. Overall, your pain levels can go down a whopping 70% after sexual activity. Got a headache? Don't avoid sex. Run to bed. One study found that 70% of women had moderate to complete relief of their migraine headache after sex. You also massively boost all of your positive mood chemicals through the ascent and peak of orgasm. Dopamine, serotonin, oxytocin, endorphins, all of these beautiful chemicals will be released through your sexual expression. You will dramatically reduce cortisol levels through touch, connection, and trust building as you boost oxytocin. And you're flooded with oxytocin at orgasm, which wipes out all of your cortisol. Within our Well Fucked All-Star community, we have had stories of epic healing. Endometriosis cured, cysts disappearing on the throat and genitals, difficult periods, PMS, and challenging menopause gone, dramatic weight loss, chronic ailments like yeast and other infections disappeared, autoimmune issues gone, depression gone, gut issues gone, facial lines smoothing out, no more Botox and a natural facelift, and many more. I assert that all reproductive ailments are the result of stuck sexual energy and many non-reproductive ones as well. Since your sexual energy is the heart and soul of your very life force, once you kick it back into gear, miracles happen. So get busy and start fucking that pain away. If you would like the step-by-step formula for my meditate, masturbate, create sequence, which also works as meditate, make love, create, and shows you exactly how to harness your sexual energy, go to the show notes for this episode and you will find the direct link to take you there. Thank you so much for listening. Subscribe to the podcast, leave a review, and send somebody else the gift of a multi-orgasmic and transformational love life by sharing this episode with them. If you'd like to go deeper into all things orgasms, sign up for my free Orgasmopedia series where you'll learn about 9 different types of orgasms everyone can have. Go to kimanami.com and you'll see the sign up there. Come one, come all.